97% of the Earth's water rests in the sea in the form of salt water, leaving 3% as fresh water. Of that 3% fresh water, 2% is frozen in ice caps, leaving just 1% available for drinking. This available fresh water circulates from the Earth to the atmosphere and back. Millions of gallons of water change place continually in this water cycle, passing easily between solid, liquid, and vapor. Water evaporates from the Earth from plants, soil, and water resources such as rivers, streams, lakes, and oceans, and moves into the atmosphere. This water condenses into clouds and falls back to Earth in the form of rain, sleet, and snow. This precipitation may be captured in streams, rivers, lakes, or oceans, or it can seep deep down into the ground, percolating into our underground aquifers. Although Florida normally receives between 50 and 53 inches of rainfall each year, depending on the location in the state, little of our rain percolates into the aquifer. 3/4 of our rainfall either runs into our streams, lakes, and oceans, or evaporates back into the air, leaving only 13 inches of rain available each year to recharge Florida's underground aquifers. Only 10% of Florida's public water supply comes from surface waters. Major sources of surface water include Lake Okeechobee, Deer Point Lake, the Caloosahatchee River, and the Hillsborough River. 90% of Florida's public water supply comes from underground resources called aquifers. This underground water system can lie near the ground's surface or deep underground. After being pumped from the aquifer system, water is treated and distributed through underground piping to commercial, industrial, and residential consumers. Water from our aquifer system is limited, yet each day we pump billions of gallons of water from our aquifers. Drawing too much water from our aquifers or over-pumping can have negative impacts on our water resources, such as lowering lake levels, drying of wetlands, and degrading water quality. Additionally, growth leads to expanded roads and paved surfaces that inhibit recharging of the aquifer. In Florida, more than half of our public water supply is used outside the home to water lawns and gardens. To save our fresh water supply, we must use water wisely in our yards. The good news is, you can use water efficiently and still have a healthy landscape. Barbara Agarwal is a conscientious water user who lives in Orlando. She's reduced her water bill by 60% by creating a water-efficient landscape using drought-tolerant and native landscape plants.
When we moved into this house, it was pretty much all grass, a few trees, and some shrubs close up to the house. And so I killed off all the grass, and then this gradually started planting. I did a lot of research, focused on native and drought-tolerant plants. And it took about a year to put in all the plants, and then about another year for everything to get fully established. Put down a very thick mulch layer, which I maintain, and once the plants are established, I have my drought-tolerant landscape for life.
Grass is often a landscape's largest water user. So to save water, consider creating smaller areas of grass where children or pets can play, and supplementing those areas with more drought-tolerant and water-wise landscape beds. In Barbara's case, she decided to transform her entire yard to a more water-efficient environment.
The entire property is almost an acre. In the front, there's a very small bit of grass that I was required to keep, and then the rest of it is different plant material and beds flowing from one area to the next, lots of color and variety, almost everything flowers, some things in season year-round. There's winding paths that go through there to allow you to just mosey around and observe the beauty, see the wildlife. There's a lot of wildlife in this yard, particularly birds and butterflies, because I put a lot of effort into designing it specifically for them. There's little sitting areas where you can stop and observe, and there's even a little vegetable garden where I make organic produce.